Imagine a world post-disaster where survival is the new norm. How would you fare? This is not a question meant to instill fear, but rather to inspire preparation and resilience. In a world where the conveniences of modern life are stripped away, our ability to adapt and thrive becomes paramount. The importance of preparing for potential disasters cannot be overstated. It's about more than just stockpiling canned goods and bottled water. True preparedness involves cultivating a mindset of resilience and self-reliance, as well as acquiring a broad range of skills that will serve you well in any situation. But survival is just the beginning. We want to move beyond mere survival to truly thriving, even in the harshest of circumstances. And this is where the value of rare skills comes into play. In a post-disaster scenario, these skills become the new currency, the difference between barely getting by and living a life of relative comfort and security. Consider the ability to breed and care for animals, or the art of blacksmithing. These are skills that not only provide for basic needs, but also open up opportunities for trade and bartering. Or think about the benefits of knowing how to maintain dental health when professional care is not an option, or the ability to create essential household items from basic ingredients. These skills not only increase self-sufficiency, but also greatly enhance the quality of life. In the post-disaster world, the best prepared will not only be those who can survive, but those who can thrive. They will be the ones who can turn adversity into opportunity, who can find abundance amidst scarcity, and who can forge a sense of community in the face of hardship. So, as we move forward, let's look at these skills not as relics of the past, but as keys to our future. Let's equip ourselves with the knowledge and abilities that will enable us not just to survive, but to thrive in a world reshaped by disaster. Let's delve into these survival skills, shall we? First on our list is animal husbandry. This is the practice of breeding and caring for farm animals, a skill that has been honed over thousands of years. It involves selecting animals for breeding based on desirable traits, such as meat production or milk yield. It also requires a keen eye for animal health management, ensuring your livestock are disease-free and thriving. But the benefits go beyond just having a steady source of food. A well-managed herd of animals can provide a surplus for trade and bartering, an invaluable resource in a post-disaster world. And let's not forget the sense of self-sufficiency that comes with it. Knowing you can rely on your own skills to provide food, clothing, and even tools from the resources your livestock provide is empowering. So, that's animal husbandry, an essential survival skill for any post-disaster world. Now we move to a sweeter skill. Beekeeping, a skill as sweet as honey. This practice involves managing honeybee colonies, primarily for honey production and pollination. The process begins with hive construction and maintenance, ensuring your bees have a safe and sustainable home. But it's not just about the honey. Beekeeping also involves the health management of your colony. This includes regular inspections to prevent disease, monitor the queen's performance, and keep an eye on the population. It's a delicate balance, but when done right, it rewards you with the sweetest of all nectars. When it comes to harvesting, techniques can vary, but patience is always key. And let's not forget the benefits. Apart from providing a sustainable source of sweetener, beekeeping also aids in pollination, enhancing the productivity of your crops. Plus, the beeswax can be used for various purposes, like candle making and waterproofing. Next, we turn up the heat with blacksmithing. Blacksmithing, an ancient skill with modern value. It's the age-old practice of forging and shaping metal, a craft that has been helping societies thrive for centuries. At its core, blacksmithing is about understanding metal properties and heat treatment. It's about knowing how to manipulate metal into the shapes and forms you need. From a red-hot forge, a lump of metal can become a useful tool, a beautiful piece of art, or even a life-saving weapon. The real magic comes with mastering the different forging techniques. It's not just about brute strength, but finesse, precision, and a deep understanding of the materials you're working with. This knowledge allows you to create and repair metal tools, a skill that's invaluable in a post-disaster society. But the value of blacksmithing doesn't stop there. It's a highly tradable skill, one that can provide security and independence in uncertain times. From forging metal to carving meat, let's talk about butchering. Butchering, a skill that's not for the squeamish. Nevertheless, it's an essential one in a post-disaster world. It's all about skillfully processing animals for meat. This involves three key aspects: proper slaughter techniques, efficient meat cutting, and preservation methods such as smoking and curing. Firstly, appropriate slaughter techniques not only ensure a humane end for the animal, but also safeguard the quality of the meat. Then comes the art of meat cutting and portioning. Knowing where to cut and how to separate different cuts of meat can maximize the use of animal resources and reduce waste. Lastly, preservation methods like smoking and curing are essential for long-term meat storage, particularly in a world where refrigeration may be a luxury. The benefits of mastering butchering are far-reaching. Not only does it allow you to maximize the use of animal resources and reduce waste, but it also opens up potential avenues for trade with hunters and farmers. From meat to wood, let's move on to carpentry. Carpentry and woodworking, the backbone of building. As humans, we've been shaping wood for thousands of years, be it for shelter, transportation, or art. In a post-disaster world, this skill becomes even more crucial. Understanding the properties of different types of wood, knowing which one is best for a particular project, and being able to work with it efficiently will be invaluable. Carpentry involves more than just cutting and nailing pieces of wood together. It's about understanding basic construction techniques like framing and joinery, and knowing how to use and maintain your tools for optimal performance. The benefits? The ability to build and repair structures, of course, but it's also about crafting furniture or tools, making the most of a readily available natural resource. In a world where resources are scarce, a skilled carpenter can ensure not just survival, but a level of comfort and stability. Next, we focus on a skill that everyone will smile about. Dentistry, because a healthy smile is a happy survival. In a post-disaster world, basic dental care and emergency treatments become crucial. Neglected dental issues can lead to severe pain and potentially life-threatening infections. Firstly, dental hygiene is paramount. Without the convenience of modern dental products, alternative methods like using salt or baking soda to clean teeth and gums can be effective. Secondly, pain management techniques are essential. Cloves, for instance, contain eugenol, a natural anesthetic that can numb oral pain. Lastly, basic dental procedures such as temporary fillings can be performed with the right knowledge and tools. A mixture of zinc oxide powder and clove oil can be used to fill a cavity temporarily, providing relief and preventing further damage. The benefits are significant. Good dental health prevents infections, alleviates pain and discomfort, and is a highly valued skill in communities. So remember, your teeth are a vital part of your survival toolkit. Now let's move on to DIY household items. DIY household items, the essence of self-sufficiency. When the world around us changes dramatically, the ability to create essential items from basic ingredients becomes invaluable. This is where DIY household items come into play. Think about soap. It's not just for cleanliness, but it's an important line of defense against disease. Then candles, which provide light and can boost morale when the electricity goes out. And let's not forget cleaning supplies, keeping our living spaces sanitary when store-bought items are scarce. These are just a few examples, but the possibilities are almost endless. The key is creativity and a willingness to experiment. There are many benefits to mastering DIY household items. It not only allows you to maintain hygiene and sanitation, but it also reduces dependence on pre-made goods. Plus, these skills may open up opportunities for trade, as others may need what you can produce. From household items to clothing, let's talk about dressmaking. Dressmaking, a skill that never goes out of fashion. The art of creating and repairing clothing can be a lifesaver when resources are scarce. Imagine the durability of your clothes is running low, or you need to adapt your wardrobe to changing weather conditions. Dressmaking allows you to do just that. The foundation of dressmaking lies in mastering basic sewing techniques. From threading a needle to making a strong knot, these skills form the basis of all dressmaking. Moving up a notch, pattern making and alteration come into play. This involves taking measurements, drafting patterns, and adjusting them to fit. Lastly, understanding fabric selection and properties is vital. Different fabrics have unique characteristics, and choosing the right one for your project can make a world of difference. The benefits of dressmaking are clear: maintaining and repairing clothing, creating new garments as needed, and adapting clothing for changing needs. Next, we focus on a skill that packs a punch: gunsmithing. A skill that's not just about firepower. It's about ensuring the longevity and reliability of your tools in a survival situation. Gunsmithing involves a deep understanding of firearm mechanics and operation, each part playing a crucial role in the firearm's performance. Maintenance and repair techniques are also essential. Regular cleaning, correct storage, and knowing how to troubleshoot common issues can make the difference between a functional firearm and a useless piece of metal. And when you're miles away from the nearest store, the ability to reload ammunition becomes invaluable. With the right knowledge and equipment, you can reuse spent casings, helping to extend your ammunition supply. The benefits of gunsmithing are clear: keeping your defensive tools operational, modifying weapons for specific needs, and providing a valuable skill for community security are just a few of the advantages. Now let's move on to a more spirited skill: home brewing, the art of crafting liquid gold. It's not just about creating a pint of beer or a bottle of wine. It's about understanding the intricate process of fermentation, selecting the right ingredients, and ensuring a sanitized environment. You see, home brewing is a science and an art wrapped up in one. The fermentation process is magical, where yeast consumes sugars and produces alcohol. It's a process that requires patience and precision. You need to ensure that the conditions are just right for the yeast to work its magic. Sanitation is paramount in home brewing. If any unwanted bacteria find their way into the brew, they can spoil the entire batch. So, cleanliness is next to godliness in brewing. And then comes the selection and storage of ingredients. The type of grains, hops, or fruits you use will determine the taste and aroma of your brew. Finally, we focus on a skill that stands the test of time: masonry, the cornerstone of civilization. When we talk about masonry, we're referring to the craft of building with stone, brick, or concrete. This skill has been a fundamental part of human society for thousands of years, enabling us to build structures that stand the test of time. Let's delve into the key aspects of masonry. First, it's essential to understand the properties and selection of materials. Stone, brick, and concrete each have their unique characteristics. Stone is durable and natural-looking. Brick is versatile and provides excellent insulation, while concrete is strong and resistant to fire and water. Choosing the right material for your project will depend on your specific needs and the resources available to you. Next, we explore construction techniques. From laying a solid foundation to arranging bricks in a sturdy bond pattern, these methods require precision and patience. It's a bit like playing with building blocks, except what you're building is meant to last for generations. Then comes tool use and maintenance. Masonry requires a range of tools, including trowels, levels, and hammers. Keeping these tools in good condition is vital for the quality of your work and your safety. Now let's talk about the benefits of masonry. First and foremost, it allows you to build and repair structures. Whether it's a shelter to keep you safe from the elements or a fireplace for cooking and warmth, masonry helps you create lasting, functional structures. Moreover, masonry skills can be used to utilize readily available natural resources. It's all about making the most of what you have. You might be surprised at how many useful structures you can build with just a pile of rocks. Finally, masonry is a highly valuable skill in a post-disaster society. It's a trade that could make you an indispensable member of your community, providing a service that everyone needs but few can offer. Now that we have covered these survival skills, let's summarize what we've learned. Surviving is not enough, thriving is the goal. That's a mantra to live by, especially in a post-disaster world. Animal husbandry provides a sustainable food source and the potential for trade. Beekeeping offers sweetener production, crop pollination, and beeswax for various uses. Blacksmithing is an essential skill for tool creation and repair, while butchering maximizes the use of animal resources. Carpentry allows for the construction and repair of structures, while dentistry, an often overlooked skill, maintains health and prevents infections. DIY household items ensure hygiene and sanitation, and dressmaking keeps you clothed and warm. Gunsmithing keeps your defensive tools operational, and home brewing offers safe drinking alternatives and potential medicinal uses. Lastly, masonry builds sturdy, long-lasting structures. Each skill is a piece of the puzzle, the art of thriving in a world where the rules have changed. Remember, the best way to predict the future is to create it. So, start learning these skills today and be ready for whatever tomorrow brings.